Sport Commission, the NFF, and what the Committee on Sport, how they will let all of this play. Now, let's talk volleyball. As Nigeria records mixed result at African Beach Volleyball Championship currently going on in Egypt. The Nigerian national team recorded a win and a loss on day one of the 2026 African Nations Beach Volleyball Championship at Egypt. The Nigerian the women's team opened Group D play with a dominant 2-0 victory with a record of 21-7, 21-9 victory over Benin Republic. Conversely, the men's team dropped its Group F opener to Algeria 0-2 with a score line of 14-21 and 14-21. The continental features 45 teams across 28 nations, with tournament champions in both the men's and women's category securing direct qualification for Los Angeles 2028 Olympic Games. So, despite this result, the team are still looking very good. They have a couple of other matches to play that would help them, gain more qualification. For the ladies, they are 1 point ahead, and the guys will need to rally from behind to see how they can fight to gain their own spot, get to winning ways, and fight for their own qualification. Their own ticket for the 2028 Olympic in LA. Moving on now, basketball. The Tigers coach David Fidel names the Tigers roster for World Cup qualifiers. The Tigers will regroup later this month in Tunisia for the fourth window of the 2027 FIBA Men's Basketball World Cup qualifier, with head coach David Fidel naming a 12-man roster for Nigeria's crucial second-round campaign. The roster includes Chimezie Metu, Joss Okogie, Caleb Agada, Stan Okoye, Chima Moneke, Ike Wangu, Udoka Azubike Efe, Bodi Ebuka Izunda, Mani Obasi, and Jordan Ogundari and Michael Efe. All of these individuals are the new 12-man team that would be going to Tunisia for the final round of this qualification series. Fido will be assisted by Dan Kerch, Dalton Calford, Deji Akin, and Dapo Adebi. Those are the assistant technical crew. The return of Monique is one of the notable developments, with the forward set to feature for Nigeria for the first time in an official senior international match since FIBA Afrobasketball 2021 qualifiers in February. Monique was subsequently named on preliminary roster for major competitions including the Tokyo Olympics, but did not make the final squad and has not featured for the Tigers in an official game since. Nigeria are among 12 teams that have advanced to the second round of the African qualifiers after the first three windows, which were played in November 2025, February 2026, and July 2026. The teams will carry their result from the first round into the second phase, making every game crucial in the race for the place at the 2027 FIBA Basketball World Cup in Qatar. In the second round, each team will face the three teams that have advanced from other groups in two additional windows scheduled for August 27th, I think, to the 3rd, and also the second phase will be in February of 2027. After the 6 additional games, the top 2 teams in each group, alongside the best third-placed team, will qualify for the World Cup. Nigeria has been drawn in a group alongside Cameroon, South Sudan, Guinea, Tunisia, and Cape Verde. The Tigers will face Cameroon on the 27th of August, South Sudan on the 28th of August, and Cape Verde on the 30th in the coming window. The final qualifying window will take place in February 2027, with 5 African teams set to secure tickets to the World Cup in Qatar. So, with David Fizel, Fido, I knew that a couple of guys from the NBA would want to come back and play for for the Tigers, and I'm happy that this is happening. Joshua Okogie is coming back, super excited. He made the list, and yes, we're seeing notable individuals that are going to make us very proud. We saw the performance. We saw how they were going all through at the game, the qualifiers that happened in July, and we are hoping to see the same level also happening in Tunisia as they are looking to gain qualification for FIBA World Cup. This is actually the crucial stage. They are in the crucial stage, and with the experience of David, who has coached and won trophies in the NBA, and with the quality of boys that we have on the roster currently as we speak, we're certain that yes, we're going to get a very good outing, and yes, get the ticket. At least let's get that one and use it to be consoling ourselves ahead of other world qualifying campaigns for the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Super Falcons of Nigeria. On the other note, the Tigers are also in making preparations for their final phase. They've qualified, so their final phase. I was talking about the friendly games that they're playing, that they played in Spain, and then rather in China, and then they'll be playing a couple in Spain, in Zaragoza, as well as they prepare finally for the FIBA Women's World Basketball in Germany, in Berlin. So we'll be seeing how all of that will pan out for the squad. The squad is looking very healthy, very good. Amy Okoye again is got a team that she's playing with in the WNBA. The same thing with Miriam as well. And also, you all know that Nigerian coach Renan Wakama is an assistant coach with Chicago Sky. So lots of experience and a high-level basketball is what we're expecting from the Tigers based on the kind of squad that they have. A couple are also playing. Musa, yes, the senior man as we call her, she plays in the Euro basketball. We have a couple of others playing in the Chinese league as well. So those ladies are looking very good, very athletic, very healthy, and we're hoping to get very excellent results when the matchups start sometime next month. We'll bring you up to speed as the story develops. Moving on now, let's talk football. As CAF, drawn out a group, and then Edo Queens get a tricky CAF Champions League qualifiers group. Nigeria's representatives, Edo Queens, have been handed a tough challenge in their quest to secure a place at the 2026 CAF Women's Champions League after being drawn in Group B of WAFU B qualifying tournament. The draw for the regional qualifiers was conducted at the West African Football Union headquarters in Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire, ahead of the competition scheduled to hold in Burkina Faso between the 23rd and September the 5th. Yes, the 23rd of August and September the 5th. The reigning Nigerian Women Football League champion, Premier champion, season, while Amam Doka remain one of the strongest women's club in Ghana. Assad Guard National completes the group and will be hoping to cause an upset. Host nation champions, USFA of Burkina Faso had head into Group A alongside Dynamic FC, and also Togo would also have a team. Calvin of Benin, Esco of Togo would also complete the Group A of the team. So looking at this squad now, and this is actually a very tough squad, but at the end of the day, for you to become a champion, you need to face champions. And yes, I know Edo Queens have what it takes. They were flawless when they played in the Nigerian Women Football League. They had an excellent run. Justin Magro is their head coach. So we're hoping that the shortcomings he had at the WAFCON is not going to affect what he has, but I'm certain he's a professional. He said he's up high and he would be able to do what he can to make his team scale through and participate in the CAF Champions League. So fingers crossed, we'll keep following up and bringing you the stories as it unfolds in this weekend. That's when we're expecting to see those matchups starting. So let's move on now and talk Nigerian football. Nigerian Premier League Invitational Tournament is around the corner as Rivers, Rangers, El Kalemi Warriors set for the 2026 NPFL Invitational Tournament. The 2025-2026 Nigerian Premier Football runners-up, Rivers United, will clash with Plateau United in the opening game of the 2026 NPFL Invitational Pre-Season Tournament, which starts today in Jos. The draw format for the Invitational Pre-Season Tournament was released ahead of the 5-day competition holding between August 19th and the 23rd at the new Jos City Stadium, Plateau State. 6 clubs will compete in the tournament, which is designed to provide valuable preparation ahead of the 2026-2027 NPFL season and CAF Interclub campaigns. The competition is expected to give the participating clubs an opportunity to sharpen their match fitness, assess new and existing players, and fine-tune their tactical plans before the new league season begins. The tournament will also aid the preparation for 3 or 4 clubs representing Nigeria on the continent, with the exception of Shooting Stars, who were barred from participating after the club signifies its intention to mix their first team players with some of their academy players, while the group stage will run from running from yesterday, August the 19th. It will run all through to Friday, August the 21st, with each team playing 2 matches, and participating teams have been divided into 2 groups of 3. Group A, we saw, has Rivers United, Plateau United, and Rangers International, while Group B has Academic Warriors, Mighty Jets, and Katsina United. So we'll see how all of these will pan out for this competition. So away from that, quickly, let's bring you the highlights of Inter Miami in the MLS League, where Lionel Messi is back. We saw Al Hassan Yusuf, our own very own Nigeria, who participated and had a very good run. So we are bringing the highlights of Inter Miami as the MLS is back. Lionel Messi is also back. Here is the highlight.
Miami unbeaten, 5-0-1 in the 6 previous meetings. Since the fall of 2023 in the League's Cup semifinals. Underway, Philadelphia Union hosting Inter Miami from Subaru Park. A rematch of a game played almost 3 months ago down in Miami on May 24th. A 6-4 win for Inter Miami. Now Kevin Sullivan forward to Frankie Westfield. Westfield looking for Damiani.
Simplify things, be aggressive when we defend, but when we go forward,